folks. We have here a 4-hour CRT. Let's tape read this together. It's candle 1, candle 2, turtle soup, candle 3, distribution. Right, so candle 3, open, high, dump, and close. Draw liquidity is this low right here. Right there. Before the draw liquidity forms, before it's reached, they always are going to sucker you in with a fake bottom or top. Right, so bearish draw liquidity. There's a fake turtle soup right here, and all the buyers are going to get wrecked. Right, this is actually a kiss of death turtle soup. Right, so this is the final turtle soup before dumping straight into the target. And it is in situations like these in which traders are, the hope is sucked out of their souls, because they think this is a turtle soup when it's not. They think this is a model number 1 when it's not. Right, the draw liquidity is paramount. It comes first. So this I icon is where price is going to dump viciously. Right, so we ignore all bullish patterns on the way down to a bearish target, and we ignore all bearish patterns on the way up to a bullish target. Right? And throughout this bearish candle, because we are candle traders after all, right? Every bullish pop was used to dump further, right? So in a bearish market, they're going to use old highs to pop above them and dump lower. Old high, pop, dump, smack above and dump, and so on. All right, you see that failed model number 1. Now, pattern traders don't like this. Right, this is when they switch strategy, but they're simply wrong. Follow the system. The system says until the bearish pending draw liquidity is reached, you're not allowed to look at any bullish pattern. Right? Seek bearish patterns on the way down to the bearish draw liquidity. All right. Highs are being used. All right. Order flow. Look at the highs and look at the lows. You tell me what's happening to the highs and what's happening to the lows. Highs are being used to stop out all the sellers, sucker in new buyers, and dump. Stop out sellers, sucker in new buyers, and dump, and so on and so forth, up until the target is going to be reached. All right. And one thing is for sure, that they never reach the targets at once. What does that mean? That means they like to, as you can see, they like to dump, almost reach, wiggle around, creating hope. Right? So what's happening right now? What's happening now is they're creating hope for buyers that, this is a bottom and it's going to go higher. That's all that's happening right now. they may pop up a bit higher than expected, right, which is normal. But all they're doing right now, all you're supposed to see is entry, journey, target, and this is nothing more than a consolidation before dumping into the target. Right, so you want to see them dump straight into the target. A deep dive into the draw on liquidity. Of course, all the ICT traders and mentors are all confused by this model number one failing. They're all confused by this market structure shift also failing. Right? You have low, high, lower, low, higher, high. Oops, turtle soup. That's what happens. Never pattern trade. And it looks like the tape reading session is going to end soon. Turtle soup pattern traders, which may be some of you, bought here, stopped out, got frustrated, bought here, stopped out again, and now again, and perhaps they will buy again down here, but that's not how this works. This is not a pattern trading game, right? Now, I don't want to keep talking in case I say too much, but just a beautiful, there's always a kiss of death turtle soup before dumping into the target. It's never not there. When you frame a target, before reaching that target, it is guaranteed, it is written, it is destiny that there's going to be a kiss of death turtle soup somewhere along the line, along the way down, right? And that is going to be discussed in detail in episode 2 of CRT Secrets. Now, a more executional aspect is that entering was 2 seconds, barely. Right, so I'm in a trade right now. Right now, I'm in a trade in this cell. Entering the trade was 2 seconds. Planning the trade was a minute at most. But what happens after you execute is you wait, and as a trader, you will spend a lot more time simply waiting and watching price than actually doing something. Right? So patience is an important characteristic, which ironically most traders lack. But patience is paramount to a long-lasting, lucrative trading career. Again, stopped out. Right, the same pattern traders. There he is. Let's call him Benjamin. Right, so pattern trading Benjamin got stopped out once, not twice, not 3 times, 4 times and now he's buying again. Right? And little does he know that that's not how this works. If there's a clear bias to the downside, then sell and sell and sell and sell and sell and sell and sell until it's reached. The only exception is going to be SMT. Right? The reason why targets don't get met is SMT. All this wiggling around, all of this noise, just for them to dump straight into it. I have a lot more of these tape reading sessions, but they're private and kept to my journal. Today, I decided to share this one. Let me know if you enjoy it or not, so I decide whether to keep posting these or not. And these mid-move consolidations, they're specifically designed the way they are, because price doesn't simply go and dump straight down. Right? Look at this. It's slowly grinding down and down, creating the illusion that there's hope. Right? If it simply dumped down all the way down here at once, then there's no fun in that. Everyone makes money. Right? But in order to truly screw everyone over, they need to wiggle around. They need to go up and then down and then stop right here in this little range, bounce around up and down, and then dump. All right? Yep. And if you're watching this this much in, right, then you deserve to look at the time the high forms and the turtle soup happens and the other turtle soup happens and the other one. Just note them down. Right here, there's a lot of sell stops, a lot of hopeful buyers. But there's stops right there. But hope is not a strategy. Hope is not a strategy. Now at this stage, the beginner trader is probably going to doubt or get impatient and wonder, why isn't it just dumping down? And that's where the importance of the characteristic of patience comes in. Patience. It's just way too juicy to be left alone. Let's mark kiss of death turtle soup. Now usually you don't want them to ever go above a kiss of death turtle soup. Right? That's not good. So it's usually a good litmus test to see if the target is actually going to be reached, or because there is an SMT right now. There is an SMT occurring between the pound and the euro and the dollar. But you can't take an SMT seriously unless it shows you a strong confirmation, which it hasn't shown yet. Confirmation would be, by the way, it would be them going and closing above this decisively multiple times. Then you reassess the bias. But unless that happens above this high, if they don't close above this high, then what's probably going to happen is just another pop up to go down, right? So pop up to go down. And here comes the importance of entering at the extremities. My entry is up here somewhere, right? You'll see it right now. You can enter whenever you want, but there are certain points in time and price where if you enter, you get a more smooth entry, smooth sailing, right? What did I say? Range, chopping around here, going up to go low. And you see how the exact same high I told you is key was never violated? Had they closed above this high, then that would be a warning sign, right? If they do now, it's a warning sign. It's unlikely, but that's how you measure, and that's how you never marry your bias, right? There's a reason I had drawn that up and then down, not down at once. They never change, do they? They never change. They always have to be at the bottom if we're going to the target, always. Time is it? Yeah, it's probably time. It's probably time for all the OTE buyers right now to get wrecked. This fake OT buyers buying over here all the way down. And perhaps if they're beginners, they probably are betting more than they should on this quote unquote OTE, which won't work because of the rule of the fake bottom. Now another skill, which I don't want to talk too much in this video, but another skill which I will be touching upon in the future is the skill of what do you do when, for example, your answer is here, right? What do you do all the way down? How do you determine the exact price level which is supposed to hold price before your target? How to withdraw mentally, withdraw this this noise in the middle. Excuse me. Yeah, it's a wrap. If you felt, if you're still watching by the way, and you felt throughout the video, if you felt impatience, then it's normal. But you need to actively combat that impatience. You have to recognize that it is impatience, and you have to tame yourself. Right? Which is why I always encourage you to trade. When you're trading, then focus solely on trading. Right? If you're trading, focus solely on trading. To make the most out of it. Especially if you're tape reading, as we are right now. Perhaps in the future we can live tape read. But for now, when the lower time frame seems noisy, right? When it seems like there's a lot going on, then all you got to do is zoom out. Right? Look at the 4 hour. The 4 hour says candle 1, candle 2, candle 3 is happening right now, and perhaps it'll go even lower. We have this FVG right here, right? Which they will probably try and reach for. But of course, the system teaches and instructs you to always take a partial off at the initial target. Right, so the initial target, which I drew for myself, was this one. This FEG is likely to be reached. However, that's a target based on greed. Right, it's me wanting more and more. If you already caught this whole move, be content, close the charts. It's just a 4 hour CRT. Come back tomorrow or the day after tomorrow and get another one. All right. Now, if you reached this part of the video, you probably really want to learn. Or you're just bored. You'll never see any of these ICT influencers making a video like this in depth. I've seen them try and do something similar, but it's lackluster, to say the least. No insight, no substance, just randomly guessing up and down, and that's not how it's done. It's not random. It's either up or it's down, or you don't know. Another pro tip, by the way, especially for tape reading, less for trading, for actual execution. For tape reading, it's better to do it using if you have a larger screen, right? Because you see more stuff instead of being stuck in this one small portion of the chart, of the 1 minute chart. You get to see the whole thing, right? These people are just so they're sweating they're sweating their asses off. Right? They're praying and praying it doesn't go down, but it's just gonna go and viciously take them out, all of them. So as we speak, the buyers from down here, or new buyers, or placing their confidence in this level, this stop loss, those are the people we're targeting right now. All right, which is this eye icon. You know, initially this was going to be a short video. It turned out to be a pretty insightful lecture. So it probably goes on YouTube. They're just praying and hoping. But hope is not a strategy, my friends. Hope is not a strategy. And as they're praying, they're just marking, you just know they're marking every single IFVG and FVG and whatever nonsense they do on the charts, but it's not going to work. And situations like this, all right, so if you were in a buy in this one, if you were in a buy and you got wrecked, situations like this is what either makes or breaks a trader. When you see yourself failing using a certain strategy, it's not the strategy's fault, it's your fault. Because you didn't even follow the strategy properly, right? You were wrong. You misunderstood. It's always your fault. And if you think that way, if you think it's always your fault, then you're much more likely to improve and succeed. If you keep blaming this and that and the other thing and how your day was and you just fought with your wife or your girlfriend or whatever, you're never going to improve. Right? Blame yourself. Take accountability. And if you're this deep into the video, then here's an extra gem for you. Model number one is that good that even if you're wrong about the bias, then usually, more often than not, it'll give you somewhat of a reaction. That applies to all PD arrays in general, but it's specifically to model number one. Right? Even if your bias is wrong, it'll give you something. But that something is counter trend, and we are not counter trend traders, right? We are We trade with the trend. We don't chase the trend. We know when the trend is going to start. We know what the trend looks like, the nuances of the trend, and how to get in on the trend with the trend, avoiding counter trend moves such as this one. And for some people, it must get boring at this point, right? All this waiting, but this is where I thrive and enjoy the most, is watching every single candle print, observing every single movement, knowing that there's someone praying to God that it doesn't dump down there. Let's mark the rejection block. Yeah, this is not going to last long. Wait. Nope. Hourly candle, yeah. They just love playing with the emotions of the traders, these market makers. They just love giving them the hope that, perhaps it is a bottom. Who knows? You never know. It's also part of the reason I don't post these that often, because I don't know, you guys gonna like them? You guys gonna have the attention span to watch it? Excuse me. Especially the general public, right? The free public students. If they're part of the paid groups, right? Like the group of the book, which is coming up, then they're more likely to pay attention. Alright, so let me know in the comments if you want me to post more of these. They're insightful. They're gem mines full of information. But I don't want to bore you to death. Now, remember what I said about the model number 1 being giving you a counter trend move? Alright, it's almost like good old Romeo could see the future. Now see, there's many CRTs bullish, which worked all the way down, right? You can see them yourself visually. There's plenty of CRTs with which worked all the way down, but and you can do that. You can trade them. I'm not going to stop you. However, if you want to be elite and the best of the best, then you have to train yourself actively to avoid taking random trades. Random trades exist. You can make a lot of money with random trades, but in the pursuit of excellence, you need to tame yourself and train yourself to only pull the trigger when the time is right. That helps a lot with accuracy. Right? Being selective in your setups is crucial. I don't want to use explicit language, but don't be a setup whore. Take your time, sit down, grab a cup of coffee, plan your trades, and there's no rush. There's no competition. There's no one watching you or pushing you or pressuring you. Right? Hello? You still there? Yeah. And there you go. Just noise and grinding. And pips is that? Just a grinding 10 pip range, up and down, and people looking for a trending move. Never look for a trending move in a ranging market, because that's the fastest way to go insane. Right, to go absolutely insane. Never look for a trending move. Never anticipate a trending move in a ranging market. And vice versa. When the market is trending, don't try and force it to range. You can't. Try and guess what I was trying to look at. Let's see, the 1 hour. Everything is in line. And these poor market structure traders are just getting obliterated. Now I was going to rant, right, about trading social media, trading Twitter. But until now, I've been holding myself. Right, so for this video, you're lucky. For this video, there won't be much of a rant. Because I'm also tired and probably going to go sleep after the target is hit and the money is made. Okay. They love teasing everyone. They love coming close and then nope. Yes, nope. Right? So you have to learn to look at it that way. And you have to learn. And this old low is just they're sweating their pants. They're adding and that's what's taught, excuse me. That's what's taught in classic support and resistance. They say this level pushed price up this much, right? Therefore, this level right here, this zone right here, is a good place to buy. Right? So probably that's what people are going to attempt to do right now. But we target the level they're trying to enter at. Right? And there she goes. Pattern traders just getting obliterated. Just getting wrecked. And there goes. There goes the hope of a lot of IECT students and pattern traders and Twitter junkies. And there goes the hopes and the dreams of those stop-loss orders. All stopped out. And after all, it went exactly as good old Romeo told you. Alright? This is one juicy lecture. So he who watches till the end will take away a lot. Make sure to have taken notes throughout the whole thing. And I hope you found that insightful. I wish you all good luck, good trading, and see you in CRT Secrets, Episode 2.